Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. You join me here in a place called Emirates Industrial City, which you may see from the background is the location for the supercar scrapyards for all cars throughout Dubai, Sharjah and the surrounding areas. When they get crashed, when they are flood damaged, when they have any types of issues, they come here to spend the rest of their lives in a breaker's yard to be picked for parts and whatever it may be. So I've stopped outside this particular breaker's yard because there's a few cars that have taken my attention as I was driving past, and yeah, I need to show you this because it's something special. It's not something you see every day. Well, technically I've never actually seen some of the sites that I've seen already, and I've only been here for about 10 minutes, but this particular one has some supercars parked up in bits, and I need to show you this. So today's video is going to be super interesting for anyone that loves cars, which is all of you guys watching this, but also anyone that loves the throwback to when you were a kid, going to the scrapyards with your dad and picking parts for the old cars back in the day. This is reminiscent of that. However, it's turned up and it's Dubai style. So we have Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Audis, you name it. Every type of special car is here, but with a twist. And I'm going to show you that in today's video. So stay tuned. It's going to be a jam-packed video. There is hundreds of these breaker yards all down this street and all across this part of the industrial estate. And yeah, I'm a bit lost for words. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Let's get into today's video and let me show you about some of these crazy scrapyards. They're very well organised, apart from the fact there's a gearbox line there. But like for example, here's a Rolls Royce engine, which I'm guessing is from this Cullinan. That's in two parts. But yeah, engines all stored under here, which is again something you don't see every day. There's a Bentley engine, an R8 engine, possibly from this R8 right here. But yeah, it's just insane to see that there's a rear end of an R8 and a front end of an R8 right here, all stacked up. Like I said, gearbox line as soon as you walk in, RSQ8. Yeah, very cool to see. We even have alloys, all real official alloys with tyres stacked up top. This is the coolest thing ever. Now, this next place that I'm about to show you was actually the main reason that I travelled all the way through here in the first place. And, well, hopefully you can start to understand why already, just from the reception area, why this place was special and why it was almost like my bucket list of scrapyards to see on the day. Now, trying to find it was pretty difficult because there was well over 100 of these facilities throughout the industrial estate, and they're not signposted, and no one really speaks English either, so you can't ask for directions. And just luckily, I came across it, and I'm so glad that I did. Now, I spoke to the manager, and he allowed me to obviously start taking some videos inside the reception, but also what you're about to see is a full exclusive walk around of the interior of this supercar scrapyard. Okay, so we've reached quite possibly the best of the best. Just need to be careful where I'm stepping because there's car parks everywhere, as you can see. But we have that looks like a Rolls Royce Wraith front end, and Ferrari. We have a Ferrari on top of something else over there. What do we have here? This is a Bentley of some kind. Honestly, like, I've now been to quite a lot of these places, and it blows my mind. I'm left speechless every single time. We then have part of a Cullinan up here on the first floor. Nice interior from a Phantom. That looks like a fire damaged engine of some kind also. Unsure what engine it was at one point, but interesting to see. Like, this is just truly incredible. We have what, 1, 2, 3 layers of, or 3 levels of parts. The ground seems to be just parts where you can pick things off and the damaged full cars. But then up top we have, that's an old Ghost by the looks of it, another Ghost here. But yeah, first level we have full cars or half cars all stacked up. We actually have a Phantom, is that an old Phantom stuck in there? And then yeah, above that we then have all the parts. There's a back of an Urus up there, but we have wings, doors, again some more front wings from Ferraris up here. Check that. Some different kinds of Ferrari that has the front louvers, so I wonder what special Ferrari that came off. And then all the front bumpers and bonnets and yeah, you name it, it's here. You name a car brand or a luxury car brand, there's parts here for it. We have a row of engines, car parts in here also. Again, just random engines splashed about the place. Wheels, we have a GT4 Lusso, which was once a GT4 Lusso. Gearboxes. There's a full engine with a gearbox still attached. Can we find any logos or any telltale signs of what car that was from? Nope, unfortunately not. We have a F12 here. Now, as cool as this is to see and witness, it's also such a shame to see exotic cars like this left to decay. Nice carbon ceramic right there. That's the strangest thing as well. This carbon ceramic, I'm assuming, is off something big because of the size of it. This is probably a £20,000 piece to repair or to replace, and it's just left here to essentially rot away. Another Ghost again. Such a sad sight, but also this is possibly the coolest experience I've had thus far when it comes to posting videos on the channel. Let's see what this Ferrari's sitting on top of, shall we? Looks like a Aston Martin Rapide. We have a loom from some kind of car. We've got a Bentley brake disc and caliper. I don't even think Matt Armstrong could fix some of these cars, and we've all seen Matt Armstrong fix some absolute wrecks, but he would either absolutely love these places or he would absolutely hate. I mean, look at that. That's just a mountain of wires and looms for cars. What do we have in here? Just car parts, all stacked. Brake calipers, the grille from a Rolls Royce. Well, this is a stack of grills from Rolls Royces. Windscreens, coolants, radiators. This is absolutely insane. Wishbones from, again, every car you can imagine. From what I can see though, this place seems to specialise in exotics, so there's a Lamborghini front bumper right there, but yeah, so Aston Martins, that was a 488 on top of an Aston Martin Rapide. That's what further. Oh my, no, there's a carbon Ferrari wheel. Have you ever seen a carbon Ferrari wheel being used as a prop-up for a dashboard from this Aston Martin? Yeah, that's an Aston Martin. It's got the Bang & Olufsen that looks like a Aston Martin leather or a Bentley even. But yeah, have you ever seen a carbon fibre Ferrari wheel hold up this? I can almost guarantee you have not seen that. Continental GT, another Bentley, another Bentley. Looking a bit worse for wear. And this was a Phantom by the looks of it. Yep, I think this was a Phantom, which would explain maybe why the Phantom piece was left over here, although saying that, as much as that room I just showed you back there was fairly organised, I don't feel the same for out here. Everything's just kind of dumped. But yeah, look at this. That's a Phantom, or which once was a Phantom. No idea what that could be. That looks like the back of a Cullinan though. Going off that light. This is when my car autism really kicks in, trying to pick out what kind of car. I mean, that's a 992 911 by the looks of it. Yeah, I'd say so. And then yeah, this was the Bentayga, just all the parts. I mean, I don't quite understand how some of the parts are super looked after and cared for, but then you've got like a Bentley seat just left to rot in between two Bentleys. Interesting. Such an interesting place. Also, here's a question for you. Say for example, I come in and I say, yeah, I would like, I'd like that bumper, that one right there, that blue bumper, can you get me it? How are they getting that part down? It just seems more like storage, more than anything. Because everything's just covered in dust. The parts, like I said, fair that they're all kept very neatly, but what happens if you request a certain part? How do they get there? Do they climb? Yeah, confusing. Very confusing, but also, like I said, this is the coolest experience I've had when it comes to cars, I think. I know you're thinking, you're in a scrapyard. What's so exciting about a scrapyard? But it's more about the experience of you've never seen, I mean, that's a McLaren 570S, there's a Bentayga, no idea what that one was. That was a Ghost, a Bentayga, Maserati, a Bentley, two Cullinans, and a Ghost, 911s, that's a 488 up there, that kind of silvery blue. We've then got another Rapide. Like, when have you ever seen, well, first of all, other than Matt Armstrong's YouTube channel, when have you ever come up close, or at least seen crash damaged supercars? And then secondly, when have you been able to just walk around them and just see them in this condition? Come up, I can touch, I can see, yeah. I mean, it's a shame for some of these cars, because obviously they've been in quite bad accidents. I mean, there's part of an 812 up here. I mean, this F12 looks not too bad. I wonder what happened to it, because that evidently hasn't been stripped for parts yet. Looks in, yeah, there's no damage. Unless this was actually, hang on, spotted some damage here. But I mean, is that the only reason it's in here? Ah, look, I found the access point. So this is where you go if you need to get parts. Interesting, another engine and gearbox in there. It's a bit dark in there, but that looks like the headlight section. A lovely first edition Bentayga. And then we've got all the bumpers lined up. We've actually got some cars here at the front also. We've got McLaren GT, we've got a fire damaged 488. We then have the, front end of an Urus. Carbon kit. Anyone looking for a carbon kit for an Urus? Urus S? Or wait, hang on a minute. Yeah, Urus S. Yeah, if you need one, I've got one for you. We then get a Ferrari Roma. And then here's the rear end of that same Urus S with a carbon kit. So anyone looking for a carbon kit for the Urus, let me know. I can sort you out. Wow. What an incredible experience. We've even got a little parrot here as well. This is the boss. One thing I definitely have noticed since spending some time here, I've been here about 2 hours now at this point. I've been in and out of loads and loads and loads of different scrapyards, is that what you would call them? Some are definitely better than others, some are more welcoming than others. Also, each time that I approach one of these scrapyards, I always make sure to ask for permission to take a photo or make a film, because in the UAE it's common courtesy. It's not just as easy as it is in the UK to whip out a camera or whip out a phone and start recording. You do need to be a bit more mindful. So each time I go in, and if I can tell they're a bit funny, or if they just point blank refuse, I still go in, I have a look around because it's super interesting, but yeah, I don't start whipping out the phone and taking some videos. So yeah, it's important to respect. If you are going to come here, it's important to respect the guys working here and respect the kind of local laws. But yeah, driving down some of these streets, I'm going to just turn to this street here. They all seem to have a list of what type of cars are down these streets. So this street I'm heading down just now, there's Mercedes-Benz, Range Rovers, pretty much every car, but it all seems to be, each street has its own car brands as such. There was a street back there that was only Chinese car brands, and this street, like I said, is on Mercedes and more premium brands as well. Some of the dealerships or scrapyards are, I mean, I'd say more tidier than others. Some are just what you would expect from a scrapyard, just parts lying all over the place. Yet some are actually quite well cared for, lined up nicely. Yeah, I don't quite understand the kind of the rules and how they work it around here. It seems to be every garage is independent for a start, and they all have their own individual rules as well. So yeah, it's a very special place to be, as I've maybe already mentioned many times on today's video. I am again taken aback by the vast size of this place. I'll try and get some drone shots to show you, or try and show you the vastness of this whole area. It is in Sharjah, which is about 40 minutes outside of Dubai, and yeah, the place is its city. It's called Emirates Industrial City, which is essentially a city in its own, and it makes sense now because yeah, the size of this place is truly remarkable. But anyway, I'm going to head on, find a couple more before we head back to Dubai and finish up the video for today. But yeah, I recommend anyone that's in the Dubai area or is travelling to Dubai to definitely come and check this place out. I'll leave a location in the description if you're interested to find it out. But yeah, that's all for me in today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please drop me some comments and let me know some of your best cars that you've saw, and let me know, do you know any more information on what goes on with these scrapyards, because some of them do seem a little bit funny, and I have heard some stories, but the other guys that I've been in and spoke to, they're all very welcoming, and yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. But yeah, drop me some comments below. Do you know anything more about the kind of background of this place? And yeah, just pick out some of your favourite cars. Of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more videos to come. See ya.